By golly, I'll tell you what, we sure are. Hello again, everybody. Lance Russell and Dave Brown, and we are right along ringside, all ready to go with another big day of championship wrestling. And, David, we've got some great names, and one of them is coming back. And I'm not sure that is going to make our life very easy.
You're talking about the big Canadian, which we'll tell you about here in just a moment. Also today, we've got the Superstar Bill Dundee and Buddy Landel. They'll be teamed up for tag team action here. Then the Fantastics, Bobby Fulton and Tommy Rogers will be going. Also the Mod Squad, Spike and Bruiser with JD Costello. And what Lance was talking about is the big French-Canadian Joe Leduc returning.
Joe Leduc will, in fact, be right back here again. Hey, before we get into our opening bout, we got some special guests that we want to bring to your attention. All the way from Galway, Ireland, we have some visitors, and if we can, we'd like to have them stand up. There they are. I understand, is the mayor a little under the weather today? Yeah, I believe so. She was scheduled to be here, the mayor of Galway, Bridie O'Flaherty, but she wasn't able to make it, a little bit under the weather. We also have some distinguished visitors from Concord Academy. Where are they now? There they are, right down here on the front. Glad to have them here with us, and by golly, we're looking forward to the action. Speaking of it, we better get to it. We're running late. Let's go. Alrighty, about ready to go with our opening bout here. We have one of the participants in, and we are, here he comes, young fella that we've been watching his career with interest. David?
All right, one fall, 15-minute time limit match here. Introducing at 209 pounds out of Memphis, Tennessee, Keith Eric. And going against him from Lexington, Kentucky at 228 pounds, Billy Travis. This match one fall, 15-minute time limit. Referees Jerry Calhoun.
Okay, bell time, and we are off and running with our opening bout. And there, Billy Travis on the right as you see it now. Snap mare, and over goes Keith Eric down in there. Bill, it's been an interesting guy to watch because he was, as we have said so many times, the Rookie of the Year by the International Wrestling Fans Association, and an aggressive guy. It's been very interesting to see the effect that Frank Morrell has had since he and Frank have gotten to be friends.
Well, Frank, of course, the wily veteran, and he's been able to give Bill a few tips here and there. And wrestlers that attain championship caliber use all of that. They build on that experience and all that instruction they get along the way. Billy Travis certainly seems like a good student. Keith Eric. Well, Keith Eric wants himself declared the winner. That may be as close to victory as he gets if he doesn't pay attention to Billy Travis.
You got that right. He got one hip toss in there, and he said,
he was ready.
I'm the winner. Put my hand up.
Now he's back on the ropes, hanging back there. Well, Eric says, well, he had his tights pulled. The referee said, I didn't see that. Billy Travis, nice takedown, puts him down on the mat. Eric struggling to get under the ropes, break that hold. He does so.
You know, Travis is one of the wrestlers, Dave, that Bill is bigger than he looks, I think, on television. When you look at him, he doesn't look as big, but you get up next to him, and boy, you can see a lot of beef and muscle in there. He's bigger than he looks. Look at that nice move. Went around behind and took him down.
Eric rolled into the ropes, now under the ropes and out of the ring. Climbs back in. I tell you what, Eric is not showing much fear of Billy Travis. Billy just doing what he needs to do there. Oh, a little hair pulling by Keith Eric puts Travis down to the mat.
You know how smart that was? He did it right in front of the referee. Yeah. He didn't even try to hide it. He just grabbed the hair and jerked him off his feet while that arm was being twisted. Billy
working on the left arm. He's got it barred up there. Putting a little extra pressure on the shoulder. He yanked his hair again that time, and that time it was not right in front of the referee. Well, the referee, I don't know if he saw it or just suspects. Billy Travis takes matters into his own hands with that, though. Especially the right hand. Travis, well, he's able to slip around behind him. Billy is very quick.
Another factor that made you notice him right off the bat, Travis, is something we have talked about, and that's the aggressiveness that he has. he has no reluctance to do whatever it takes. And sometimes you need that when you're going against a lot of rugged guys. Travis will do it.
Keith Eric backed into the ropes now by Billy Travis. Referee right there wants a break. Oh, he pops Eric. Eric had popped him across the way, and Billy was just getting even with him there. Only I think Billy did more damage than Eric did.
Chin locks him, pulls that head right back with a knee right up on the neck.
We're coming up on 4 minutes gone in this match. 15 minutes the overall time limit. There's Billy Travis, and there's Keith Eric. You can see him struggling over to the ropes. If he can get under the ropes, he knows the referee will call a break, and that's exactly what happened. Eric back on his feet. Eric with a knee lift.
Travis being set upon by Keith Eric.
Travis lured him back into the corner. Nice move by Billy. He let Keith come in there after him, and then he came out really after him. Billy walking around the ring with Keith Eric. Johnson, backbreaker across the knee. Billy climbing the rope.
Oh, he loves this.
Oh, he springs down there. This might be it. Count is 2, 3, and it's over. 4 minutes, 43 seconds the time, and Billy Travis with very well done on his match here today as he gets the victory over Keith Eric.
Good solid effort on both their parts, but Travis walks out the winner as he got his hand raised in a very nice maneuver on Eric to get the 1, 2, 3. There was an interesting interview we heard last week from Frank Morrell talking with Billy, and Frank had some more comments about Billy and his career. Let's take a listen.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Eddie Marlin for the championship match that he gave Billy Travis. And Eddie is like myself. He thinks there's a lot of potential in Billy. And in fact, I know there is. And Billy wasn't fortunate that time, but I says, Billy, there'll be another time, and there will be another time. What you need to do is train and train hard. You've got to fight hard. If you want something bad enough, and if you work hard enough, and the potential's there, one day you're going to get it. And I'd like to show you now just how dedicated Billy really is. Come on, another one. Keep that back end down. Think about that championship. You're going to get it. Think about that championship. Come on, another one. Come on, you can do it. Come on, another one. Give me another one. Think about that belt. Think about that championship. Come on, another one. I want that belt. Yeah. Do you still want it? Yeah. Train. You got to train hard for that. Do you still want it? Yeah. Keep training. Ram up. You're going to get it. Just listen to me. You're going to be a champion. You want to be a champion? Yes. You want to be a champion? Yes. Keep digging. Keep digging. 49, no, you can't quit. 50, come on. Get some more. Don't be a quitter. If you want that championship, come on. Keep getting them. You're going to be worth it? You got it. Come on, come on. I want that title, Frank. You got to fight for it, Billy. Nothing is given to you. Nothing is given to you. You got to work. Work hard. Keep going. Keep everything blocked out of your mind but that title. One day it's going to be yours, Billy. Just do what I tell you. One day it's going to be yours.
Back in the ring here on Championship Wrestling. Coming up in just a moment. Son of a gun, what a big night of action it is going to be Wednesday night in the Coliseum in Evansville. 6 full matches, and out of that there's going to be 3 outstanding championship matches going. Southern Tag Championship, International Championship, and the final bout is going to be a Southern Heavyweight Challenge. Dutch Mantel, Bill Dundee, one-on-one with Buddy Landel barred from the building. Here's what Dundee had to say.
You know, Eddie Marlin, this lawsuit's still going on. I'm sure Buddy Landel's going to have one against you, because you just can't say to somebody, hey, don't show up somewhere when you got him under contract. Tell him not to be in the building. You just can't do that, Daddy. You can't tell somebody they can't make a living, and that's exactly what you and Mantel did to Buddy Landel. You said, stay home, Buddy, because we want that redneck to beat Bill Dundee for his belt. Well, it's never going to happen, Dutch. It's never going to happen, Daddy, because when the pressure's on, you're looking at the best there is. Oh, yeah, everybody's got to grow up, and I grew up, Jack, because the last time they said when it was a loser-leave town, Dundee can't beat Lawler, what happened? He said he can't come through when the pressure's on. The king was gone, Daddy. He was gone. Then politics brought him back. You, Mantel, Lance Russell, Eddie Marlin, Jerry Jarrett, Jeff Jarrett, we're all in on it. You're the ones that brought him back, and you're the scapegoat. Where's Lawler now? He's sitting up in his mansion somewhere laughing at you, Mantel, because you're the one that's going to get your brains beat out. You're the one that's going to come to Evansville and try and take my belt. Well, it's never going to happen, Daddy. It's never going to happen. Now, you may have barred Buddy, and that's against the law, so that's 2 lawsuits this outfit's going to get, but I'm going to take it all out on you, Dutch Mantel. I'm taking it all out on you, Daddy. I'm wearing this belt to the ring, and I'm wearing it back, and I don't care what I got to do to win, and I'm not selling you short, Dutch. You know all the short tricks. You know everything, just like me. That's right. You can bend the rules. Well, this is going to be one hell of a fight, boy, because I want that belt, and so do you, and I ain't quitting. I ain't stopping it for blood. I ain't stopping it for nothing, but I'm beating you 1, 2, 3. I'll see you, boy.
Ready for the next bout. This one's going to be a tag match, a 1-fall, 15-minute time limit. And coming in, the Southern Heavyweight title holder, the Mid-America title holder. Dave, we're ready for the official introduction.
1-fall, 15-minute time limit match, introducing from Mississippi at a total weight of 423 pounds, Jerry Garmen and Benny Traylor. And going against them, from Australia, the superstar Bill Dundee, and from Los Angeles, Nature Boy Buddy Landel. Their total weight, 438 pounds. Referees Jerry Calhoun. This is a 1-fall, 15-minute time limit match.
Okay, the final jacket is coming off. Referee Jerry Calhoun getting it down to 1-on-1 to start it off with, and Buddy Landel starts off against Benny Traylor.
Benny Traylor having to watch Landel going through a little bit of the routine here. Landel and Dundee. He's been running wild here for a few weeks. Benny Traylor finds himself on the mat in a headlock. Bill Dundee has him tied up on the mat. Referee checking. Shoulders are down. He starts the count. All right, the referee made him break it because Dundee raked his thumb across Benny Traylor's eyes.
Dundee starts off by hollering over here, no biased opinions from you all. The shame of it all is that Dundee is a super wrestler. Landel is a great talent, no question. We've never said anything but that. But the sad, sad thing is that they've got to take and use the tactic just like Dundee, starting off with the thumb in there. No need for it. Absolutely none. Except he's got a short circuit somewhere up there, and, well.
Buddy Landel over to the corner. Look at now, Dundee comes from 3/4 of the way across the ring and plants a boot in his back. He just threw Benny over to the corner, and the tag is made. Here's Jerry Garmen. Garmen's first appearance in the match.
Nice waist lock and takedown by Dundee as he throws Garmen straight down on his face. Landel is hollering support. I would hate to think exactly what he was telling him to do. Into the ropes and a whip. Dundee. Punch clotheslined him right down to the deck, and there's a tag on Landel.
Dundee hit him right in the head with a closed fist there. Garmen double whipped into the rope. Dundee boot to the top of the head as he leaves, and leaves him for Landel. Landel picking up Jerry Garmen. Got a handful of hair along the way. They're making quick tags.
Well, the difference between Dundee and Landel is a lot of guys, if they are in trouble, will resort to things that certainly break the rules and otherwise.
There's the figure 4 by Landel.
This ought to be it. Yep.
Submission by Buddy Landel on Jerry Garmen. Benny Traylor trying to get there to help out. Dundee knocking him back out of the way. Dundee putting a boot on the side of the knee of Jerry Garmen. Now Landel finally breaks a hold. 2:45 the time. Landel and Dundee, pleased with themselves, leave with a victory.
Comes as no particular surprise that they win the match, nor with a recent attitude that they've had that they pulled the kind of stuff they did after Landel with that devastating figure 4 leg lock. Dundee comes over while he's still holding on to it and continues to kick. I guess that just follows with what we were saying, that they will do things absolutely unnecessary. It's not a question of defending themselves. It's a question of just having a lousy attitude. I've had a lot of people, Dave, and I know you've had some folks mention it to you, as to one asking the condition of Jeff Jarrett after he was pounced upon by Landel and Dundee. In addition to that, it brought up a couple of questions that I had for Jeff and asked him for some response. Let's take a listen.
Lance has asked me today to answer 2 questions he had for me, and the first one is concerning why I wanted to become a professional wrestler. And the second is why I wanted to get back in the ring and referee Bill Dundee's match. Well, last night when I was organizing my notes, I wanted to be prepared for this, and I was a little nervous. And well, to tell you the truth, my notes began to look like a book about my entire life. So I realized that, you know, TV time won't permit me to give you all the reasons why I want to become a professional wrestler. I can only give you a brief explanation about it. When I was real young, I woke up every Saturday morning and watched my dad on television. I was really excited about it every Saturday morning. And I'd go out in the afternoons, and my friends would say, "Hey, I saw your dad on TV," and I'd sort of feel proud because, you know, my dad was on television. And then, as I got older, I started going to the matches and watching him. And this is the first time I really saw that people saw him as a true hero to them. A lot of people loved him. He had a lot of fans. And up until this time, well, he was just good old Dad to me. And then as time went on, I kept going to the matches, and I kept enjoying watching him, and I'd get nervous sometimes watching him wrestle, and I'd get scared. But I grew into one of his fans, you could say, and gradually, I think I was probably his biggest fan. And at this time, well, he became like a hero to me. And I began to listen to him he had always taught me lessons in life about courage, morality, hope, love, and faith. And this is the time when I became he was my biggest hero. And that, I wanted to be just like him. He became the best wrestler he possibly could. And I want to follow in his footsteps and be the best wrestler I can. I hope this has given you a brief explanation on why I wanted to become a professional wrestler. And now to Lance's second question. Last week, you know, a couple of weeks back on television, I refereed Dundee's match. And now I want to do it again because my father has always taught me, don't quit. He said I'm going to stumble in life, but every time I stumble, get right back up and try it again. And in our household, in my room and in Jason's room, he's my little 9-year-old brother, there's a poem that hangs in there, and it's called Don't Quit. And Dad, he wrote it at the bottom of Jason's poem that if this is the legacy he could leave us, he'd be proud. And it goes something like this. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh. When care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is queer, with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many a fella turns about when he might have won had he had stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint and faltering man. Often the struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup. And he learned too late when the night came down how close he was to the golden crown. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt, and you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worse that you mustn't quit.
Okay, back into the action here in just a moment. Here are a couple of dates I'd like for you to put down. Thursday, April the 10th in Marengo, Indiana at Crawford County High School, sponsored by the Band Boosters. Tickets are on sale at the high school. That's on April the 10th. That's a Thursday. Sunday, April the 13th, Ferdinand, Indiana at Forest Park High School, sponsored by the JC's. Championship Wrestling coming your way. Let me tell you, on top of you, right there in Evansville Wednesday night. Brother, what a night that's going to be. Paul Diamond opens up against Pat Rose. Big Joe Leduc will be facing Dirty Rhodes. Frank Morrell against Tony Falk. An international title match with Billy Travis going against Abdul Gaddafi. Then a Southern Tag Team title. The Fantastics will be defending against the Mod Squad. Eddie Marla's making the Mod Squad put up $3 grand to get that title match. And then the final bout. Woo! What a battle this is going to be. Southern heavyweight title match. Bill Dundee defends against Dutch Mantel. Buddy Landel barred from the Coliseum in Evansville Wednesday night. Well, there he is. It's been a while. Coming back, Joe Ledoux, who will be in there with David Haskins and just looking into those eyes. I'm glad I'm not Haskins.
Yes, indeed. Boy, I tell you, this is going to be one fall 15-minute time limit. David Haskins at 235 pounds out of Memphis, Tennessee, and going against him out of Montreal, Canada, 286 pounds, the French-Canadian Joe Leduc. This match, one fall 15-minute time limit. Referee Jerry Calhoun.
Leduc, one of the pure strong men I think that we have ever seen. He is a powerhouse. David Haskins is a good athlete. Goes into top wrist lock with Joe, and there's an example of it right there.
Power, just raw power. You're right.
David is certainly no featherweight.
No, at 235, he's a pretty good-sized young man, and good strength, too. Former college football player. He's in good shape. But, boy, look at the size of Leduc beside him. Leduc powering over him. Leduc has him back on the ropes. Oh, big lumberjack broad arm.
Oh. I don't know whether the people can hear it or not, but you hear that low growl. That's Leduc. It sounds like my Doberman when he's
That's
going.
Right. David Haskins. Yeah, you see Leduc. I think you can hear him there.
Front face lock, and he's got a Haskins. Can I tell you he's in trouble even with a front face lock with the strength of this guy?
Especially when you add a right hand like Leduc just did.
The stories of the things that this guy has done in terms of strength, absolutely unbelievable. Haskins whipped over into the turnbuckle. Joe just comes in, grabs him by the throat. Referee starts the count. Came down here to these parts with Jean-Louis.
That's right, Jean-Louis. Leduc with a drop kick.
What an amazing thing.
Wow.
And this is the thing, when you look at him, you figure he'd be lucky to get 1 foot ahead of the other. Wrong. Boy, let me tell you, this guy can move.
Haskins trying to come back with right hand, followed by right hand to the midsection. Leduc still on his feet. Haskins knocked him back into a corner. Leduc slides out of the whip. Down to the mat he goes, counts 2 and 3. And just like that, 2 minutes, 14 seconds. Joe Leduc with an amazing reversal, again, for a man his size. The agility he displayed right there in that reversal. He dropped down on Haskins, and when that 286 pounds hit, it was over.
Joe, anything you say?
Ooh. I'm not sure what he said.
Really,
but
the way he stopped it when he was whipped like that into that.
Incredible. It bounced right back up.
Oh, I tell you, that's a new wrinkle from the Joe. We've always seen that ability to move with it. You don't believe he can. Whew, he can do a lot more than that. Hey, talking about amazing, I got to tell you that Jerry's going to be talking about a video cassette regarding some of the highlights of the King. Let's take a listen to him right now.
Hi, everybody. This is Jerry the King Lawler. And the people at Independent Media Marketing have put together a very special video just for all my fans out there. If you order it right now, you're going to get 60 minutes of wrestling's heart and soul. You're going to see on it some of my most spectacular entrances into the different arenas and coliseums, and also a match that has become a classic all across the country. It happened in Tupelo, Mississippi, and it happened in the concession stand. Also, you're going to see some of my greatest moves, including the big pile driver, and the match that, well, that everybody in the world talked about. The Andy Kaufman feud is all included on there. Also, you're going to see a showdown match with one of my toughest opponents ever, the wild man from Texas, Terry Funk, and it was a bloody and brutal battle. Also, you're going to see some of my most vicious opponents that I've ever faced, including guys like Jimmy Valiant and Joe Leduc. And then you're going to see the big Jimmy Hart loser leave town match, the match in which I went against Eddie Gilbert to get rid of Jimmy Hart from this area once and for all. You're going to see the King throw the fire. You're going to see wrestling's first music video and much, much more. That's all on this video. And if you order right now, you're going to get a special price. It's only $29.95. Now, this video is not available in stores. You just send $29.95 plus $5.25 for shipping and handling to the Jerry Lawler Video, Post Office Box 3020, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, 08034. Or you can call now and order it over the telephone by dialing 1-800-524-2507. It's a free call, 1-800-524-2507. I had a special hand in making this video, and I know all my fans are going to love it. So order yours now.
Hope you got that phone number down, and you'll get your call in right away. Obviously, I am standing right here with JD Costello and the Mod Squad, Spike and Basher. Got a few fans over there, JD. But I must make the comment, I don't think you found the Fantastics quite as easy as you thought you were going to.
Lance Russell, do you know what this is?
Well,
it's a sack of gold coins. My mother sent it to me yesterday. Her attorneys appraised it. It's valued at over $3,000. Now, what I'm going to do today is to put up this $3,000 to the Fantastics in exchange for a championship match on television today for the Southern Tag Team Champions with the Fantastics. We want it today. Now, I received hundreds of calls. I received hundreds of letters into this television studio week after week. They tell me what a great wrestling manager I am. I already know that. They tell me how great my men are. I know they're awesome in the ring. They are truly the masters of disaster. We're the best wrestling team that this area has ever seen. Now, but some of the fans tell me they don't have the money to come out to the arenas, or they're sick, they're an invalid, they have all types of excuses. So what we want today is a match on television with the Fantastics. If they're men enough to get into the ring with my men, we want it today. You don't have to wait for the sun to go down. You don't have to wait for it to snow in July. We want the match today, Lance Russell. So pass the word along.
JD, you know we've got a show already, matches set up. I would love to see a championship match, but that's Eddie Marlin's department, and your wishes are not always the fact of the matter.
I put my money where my mouth is. Fantastics, put your rear ends in the ring.
Well, they'll have to be the judge of that, and they'll have to agree to it, but that'll be something that you'll have to talk to Eddie Marlin about. Over $3,000 in gold coins from JD challenging the Fantastics to a match right here and now on television. Wouldn't mind seeing it myself. We'll take time out, check with Eddie Marlin, be back in just a moment.
Hey, the music says the Fantastics are coming out. Lance and Eddie are here.
Southern Tag Belt against the $3,000. And they've agreed to it. All right, Dave. All right. I love
have a championship match, huh? Or no,
Any,
is it going to be a championship match?
Right, and what we'll do is have an expiration of time. It is agreed by both of them. It will be expiration of time, and the Fantastics said, put the money up, and brother, we'll put the titles up. They have agreed. They will put the belts on the line. JD's got his $3,000 of gold coins that he's going to put, and they will be at stake too. So if the Fantastics win it, they walk away with $3 grand out of this match, and of course, if the Mod Squad, $3,000. It's actually more than $3,000 with the price of gold. Dave, you're on the thing. What's the price of gold?
It's more than $3,000. I can tell you that. Oh, hey, this one, the Mod Squad just jumped in the ring, started swinging. Everybody going in there. All right. Oh! Tommy and Bobby have run them out of the ring. The Mod Squad just jumped in there and went after them. Belts are at stake, confirmed by referee Jerry Calhoun. In the ring already. The team of the Fantastics, Bobby Fulton, Tommy Rogers. Bobby stays in there. The Mod Squad with JD Costello challenging for the Southern Tag Team titles. Everybody in there.
Oh, I love it.
Wow, what a drop kick. Tommy Rogers just put on it. Bobby Fulton dumps the other one over the back. Spike and Basher, the Mod Squad.
These guys are so energetic, the Fantastics. I want to tell you, they are strong and great physical condition, and brother, I mean to tell you, they are in super shape. Tommy Rogers in there. JD walking around a little worried. He's carrying that gold coins with three. You might say bye-bye to those, JD.
You're just going to hate it when we walk off with those belts today, aren't you, Lance? So I can see it in your eyes.
You better watch the ring and see what's happening up there, because Tommy Rogers and Bobby Fulton are not just doing well, super. Fulton with a good shoulder on Spike, and over to the side, a tag on Basher in the other half of the Mod Squad. JD's a wimp.
That's what they're saying.
Maybe a rich wimp, but he's a wimp.
He may be. Well, he may be a little less rich today.
Really? $3 grand of Mama's gold coins may go down the tube here. Fantastic. Knowing full well.
These gold coins are going down the throat of them.
Over the top, Bobby Fulton, a nice drop kick. There's a tag from Basher to Spike.
Spike backing Bobby Fulton to the corner. Tommy Rogers in there after the tag, wheels him around and smack him right in the top of the head. Tommy hammers ahead into the turnbuckle.
Mod Squad physically impressive. Look at this. Big monkey flip from Tommy Rogers. Takes Spike over and down and quickly tags Fulton. Boy, they do work well together, don't they, Dave?
They are terrific as a tag team.
And you notice that he had him in a pin position, a 1 count. He got out of it. Spike rolled out, and immediately Fulton was around in front with a front face lock on him.
Don't lose the advantage. That's the way the Fantastics work, and boy, they have done well with it. They're the current holders of these Southern Tag Team titles that are at stake right now, and that's the reason why. This is Basher, the Mod Squad in there. He's being bashed by Bobby Fulton. Bobby sends him into the rope, rolls him down, tags Tommy. Tommy leapt over the top rope and then went right into a drop kick. Squad over close to their corner. Tommy Rogers, good move by him as he released on Spike or on Basher and went after Spike after the tag had been made. Another fine
Just
drop
don't
kick.
slow down.
No, they
Not
don't.
a second since this bout has been started. Boy, I love to watch these guys wrestle. Mod Squad of JD Costello finding out. Fantastics are every bit of that. Uh-oh.
Grab from behind. Tommy Rogers over in the corner. Mod Squad makes the tag, and it's Basher coming in here.
Guess they figured maybe that's the only way to slow him down. Double team him. Basher drops from behind on it with a big elbow.
You see where your champions are now, right now, on the mat. You see where they are. We're going to get them later.
I haven't seen a pin yet, JD.
Double team by the Mod Squad over here in the corner. Tommy Rogers, boy, took a knee to the midsection right there. Off the rope. Clothesline, a big one. Mod Squad in control here.
Choking. Referee starting the count, and Basher lets it go.
Tommy trying to get back to his feet. He does.
Well, they sure found out they couldn't wrestle him, so they're trying anything else they can come up with. Oh, nice leapfrog, but the other one came right on him, and Spike got a 2 count on Tommy Rogers. The belts are at stake against the $3,000 that JD Costello put up in gold coins to get this match here and today on television. Big power coming off those ropes, but Rogers kicks out of it. Bobby Fulton holding his hand as far out as he can, trying to give Tommy as good a target to tag out as he can. Mod Squad will not let him get anywhere close to him, though.
Hey, great move by Tommy. Rolls both of them down. He flips over to the corner. And Bobby Fulton has been watching all of this. Let me tell you, he's ready for some action.
He had it all tuned up when that tag came. He was in there and gone. And the Mod Squad back in trouble again as Rogers comes over and grabs Spike as Bobby Fulton going against Basher. Oh, JD Costello's in there. Hits him in the head with a bag full of gold coins.
Those look like washers to me.
The winners, the Mod Squad. But not before Costello hit him in the head. And what's in there? What is that? Oh, come on. Look at the stuff in the ring, Eddie. Eddie Marlin out.
$3,000 worth of coins in that bag. They're not going to mislead the people of me and the Fantaxes. Give these to the
That's no gold.
Go to the Fantastic.
That's a lot of money. I want those belts. My mother's going to be mad.
Let me tell you something, Costello. You said you was going to put up $3,000 for a title match. I've got more than $3,000 y'all's money. I'm booking a title match, and your $3,000 will be at stake, and I'll see to it they get it because I've got your money. If you don't beat them, the $3,000 and the belts are there.
Doesn't go to you guys. Amen, Eddie. Thank you. Boy, I'll tell you one thing. I am delighted to see the promotion stand up to stuff like that, JD.
You see what happens.
Oh, fair and square. You think that's gold? Anybody can see it's washers and stuff. The decision reversed because Costello welched on the deal that he made in there. Not only did they use the bag and ultimately to get the pin the only way they could have in there, but he even lied about that. Nothing but washers in the bag, slamming slamming Bobby Fulton on the head with it, and the bag broke open. It's a whole bag full of washers. And Eddie Marlin, I am really tickled to see that. Look at this. Look at that.
Yeah.
Bunch of washers in there. I'm glad to see Eddie come out here and put some teeth in that son of a gun.
Exactly.
Guys come out here and try to pull a sham on the fans and the Fantastics and everybody involved in it, and Eddie straightened that sucker out. So the belts stay with the Fantastics as it reversed. The belts were given to him. Do you further hear what he said? I got more than $3,000 of your money. I'm going to schedule a match and put that money up, and if the Fantastics beat you, they get your money. We're going to take time out. I love that. Wednesdays wins 6 outstanding championship wrestling matches coming into the Evansville Coliseum. And, brother, I'll tell you what, there are going to be some dandies. Out of the 6, half of them going to be championship matches. International title on the line, Southern Tag Team title. I think that won't be some Mod Squad with JD Costello against the Fantastics. And then that final bout, Southern Heavyweight Championship belt on the line. Bill Dundee putting it up, and Dutch Mantel looking to take it away with Buddy Landel barred from the building.
Okay, Lance, for one time I got all the things going my way. Now, I heard Dundee out here a while ago, and he said, Lawler's laughing at me. Well, he's not laughing at me. He's laughing with me because he had a formal commitment he had to make. But I ain't about to step into an arena with 2 guys like Buddy Landel and Bill Dundee knowing that both of them are going to jump on me and double team me, so we got that Landel. He's out of here, Jack. He is barred from the building. Now, Dundee, I want you to drag your low-life, egg-sucking carcass down that aisle, and I want you to climb in the ring, and I want you to bring that Southern belt with you, baby, because we got a score to settle this between me and you. And remember, the beauty about this, see, Dundee hadn't been nowhere in the last 4 or 5 months. He hadn't had somebody in the back backing him up. True. But the beauty of it all, Buddy Landel won't be within 200 miles of that building because he's barred, baby. He might as well be barred from the whole state of Indiana. And Dundee, there ain't nobody back there backing you up. But I don't need nobody to back me up because I'm coming straight at you, Dundee. I ain't coming right. I ain't coming left. And I ain't afraid of you, Dundee, because I took pills bigger than you, boy. And I'm going to take you out. 1, 2, 3. Now, if you think you're going to win it, you got another thing coming. You're backing up all the way to Melbourne, Australia. And there won't be one Australian in that building. It'll be a lot of people just like me. They won't be nobody from Sydney. They won't be nobody from Melbourne. They'll be good old people just like me. And we're all wanting one thing, baby, for you to go down. And I ain't about to disappoint them. I'll see you in Evansville, IND.
Wednesday night. You got to be there to see that action. Okay, in the ring right now, Tony Falk and Pat Rose, as they will be in a bout against a team we saw for the first time last week. Paul Diamond and Michael Lee. Last week I had said that Paul was from Florida, but that's where he most recently wrestled. Yeah. And talking to him during the week, he said he was from Thunder Bay, Ontario.
Yeah, he's a Canadian. He has been wrestling down in Florida, but his home is up in Canada. This match is to the expiration of time. Introducing first out of St. Louis, Missouri, and a total weight of this team, 455 pounds. Out of St. Louis, Tony Falk. And out of Pensacola, Florida, his partner, Pat Rose. And going against him, total weight 461 pounds. From Hernando, Mississippi, Michael Lee. And from Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada, Paul Diamond. This match will go to the expiration of time. Referee Jerry Calhoun.
Well, Diamond and Lee were a good-looking young team, and we're going to see they're going against guys that got a lot more experience. Tony Falk says it's a cinch. This is going to be the first win here today. He's got a good partner in Pat Rose. Pat, a very solid, rugged wrestler. He's tangled up with Paul Diamond in there. We saw Diamond make some very, very interesting moves in our first bout, Dave.
Did indeed, and Diamond, probably with more experience of the two of the team of Diamond and Lee. Pat Rose, well, that's experience of a different kind that you're gaining when you get your hair pulled and yanked back to the corner like he just did. Paul Diamond ducks under. Good move. He presses both of them down to the mat. Tony Falk and Pat Rose both in there, and Diamond just went after both of them. Here comes Michael Lee. Michael's first official appearance in this match, going against Tony Falk, winless in we lost count of how many matches.
Yeah, really. And Tony Falk won't admit to knowing exactly how many matches in there. He probably does, but he won't admit to how many it is. Michael with a couple of good moves in there.
Tony Falk has his left arm useless to him right now, as Michael Lee has a good bar on it.
Yeah, he does. It's nice and tight and very severe.
Tony trying to set up for the shoulder butt. He gets hit with one instead. Michael, nice spin, good move. Falk was setting up to take him over, but Michael just kind of did a half spin away from him. And then as he came back around, he caught Tony Falk, and he's the one that ended up with the advantage on it. Michael Lee waiting as Pat Rose comes back after the tag.
Rose. I was just getting ready to say he's the stocky enforcer, and boy, he blasted Michael Lee. And I mean hammered his head into that turnbuckle. This Rose is a tough son of a gun. Suplexed him right over and then makes the tag on Tony Falk, and Rose is saying, hit him, get him.
Rose told Falk, all right, I've got him set up for you, now go in there and finish him off. Tony, I think that may be one of Tony's problems, too. He got a little distracted there by Paul Diamond over in the corner rather than taking care of business, and maybe he lost the advantage that Pat Rose had built up for it. Pat back in there now against Michael Lee.
You know, Falk, he just said today's the day. Falk, I don't know of anybody in wrestling who has ever had a worse record and be a bigger hot dog than that son of a gun is.
That's true. Ooh, yeah. Michael Lee's head smacked into the top turnbuckle.
Boy, this Rose will get your attention. And Michael down, but he's head jerked up as Rose goes right after the throat.
We're coming up on 3.5 minutes gone. This is expiration of time. We'll go as long as there's time remaining. Michael Lee needing the tag on his partner in the corner. Paul Diamond reaching for the tag, but Michael just couldn't quite get there. Tony Falk pulled him back. Looked like he hit him in the throat there with a thumb. Tony Falk drops down on the throat. Referee called for a break. Still choking him. Right back on the throat again.
He's going to lose this one by disqualification.
Tony Falk put him into the rope. Clotheslines him coming off of there. Now Falk over with the cover. Counts one. He got a 2 count, and that's it. Only a 2 count.
Takes the tag, comes in, rips him in the lower back. Pulls Michael Lee out of the corner now as he whips him across the ring. Big power slam. Grabbed him coming off the ropes and hammered him down.
Pat Rose slamming him again. Out of the rope. Drops down. Upper arm and upper body, and a cover. Count is 1. Pat picked him up. A little surprised that Pat Rose would do that rather than trying to go ahead and get the 3 count when he looked like he had the advantage.
I think what he's trying to do is give Falk a win in there inside the ring. That may cost him, though, trying to do that.
Michael Lee makes the tag, and here comes Paul Diamond back in, young man from Thunder Bay, Ontario. Drop kicks he's putting on him here. Tony Falk whipped into the ropes. Back drop coming off of there. Tony grabs his back, round behind him. Paul Diamond snaps him back. Look at him hook him. He's got the shoulders down. Counts at 2 and 3. Paul Diamond, Michael Lee gets the victory here over Tony Falk and Pat Rose in this first fall of action. Pat right now has got to be thinking about when he perhaps could have gotten a 3 count on Michael Lee and did not take advantage of the situation. There goes Paul Diamond. He and Michael Lee victorious here in 5 minutes, 24 seconds of action.
Oh, you called it right, too. Pat Rose is over there. He's consoling Tony Falk. I'm not sure he is. He may be saying, you idiot. Ended up losing that first ball. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take time out. We'll check our time and see if we have enough for a second ball, and we'll be back in just a moment. Well, I don't know that you can actually put that down as a win for the Fantastics, but the important thing is they got the belt.
They still have the belts. That's right. Yeah, technically they were pinned by the Mod Squad in there with a little help from JD Costello. And so, but the Mod Squad's hands were raised, but then the promoter says, we're not having any of this.
You didn't live up to your part of it, so the belts weren't at stake.
That's right.
If there wasn't any money at stake, the belts weren't at stake.
Fantastics do keep the belts, and that's the important thing, I think, in this case right here, especially if you're the Fantastics.
Yes, and they'll have another chance to get that little thing straightened out.
They will.
You bet. Hey, are we out of time? I was going to go over that. Okay. Hey.